Hey folks, Hasina here. If you are watching back-to-back videos, then you will notice that this is probably another video on the same day. I don't have what it takes to give you a new shirt and a whole thing, and also it feels a little false to me. That's not a slight to anyone else, but that is me being honest about being authentic with you guys. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful time, a beautiful day. I want to have this as a lighthearted chat. I usually have more in-depth conversations, but sometimes you just want to talk about random shit. So let's do this. I'm not, like I said in previous videos, I'm not at a place where I want to do like get readies with me yet or hair tutorials, but I will talk about them. So I thought about talking about hair today, natural hair, because my hair is natural. And the do's and the don'ts and the yes and the no's and all that shit. First thing, I'm lying about the do's and the don'ts because I believe that there are some do's and there are some don'ts, and sometimes don'ts are do's and sometimes do's are don'ts. See what I did there? Can't repeat it because it's a lot of words. I think the thing with natural hair and the natural hair community is sometimes there's this like, it feels really, 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 really rigid. You've got to do this and this and this and this. Your hair's got to be like this, 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 this. And then you got to do this and this and this and this and this. And as someone who went natural before, like the natural hair community got really big, I'm here to say, do what the fuck you want. Trial and error, you know. Even if you think you've got it locked down, I hate to tell you, every few years your hormones change and shit. So your hair can feel different because of that, and then you're back to square one. So, that doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. If the shit that is working is no longer working, you have to try again. For me, I have been natural off and on. Oh my God, I'm doing the math right now. I have been natural off and on for almost 20 years, about 18 years, 18, 19 years. And the joke with that is that I had a relaxer before then for about 15 years. So I'm really like fully aware of this process. I think the first thing that I will say, now I'm saying all this, and as I said to you in the beginning of this video, is take what the fuck I'm saying, anybody else is saying, with a grain of salt. This is your process, this is your path, this is your journey. And the only thing I would really ask you to listen to from me is don't take any of this shit too seriously. We're, as I say in my Instagram posts sometimes, we're just meat suits floating around on this fucking rock, and it's not that serious, y'all. It's not that serious. Hair grows back, and when it doesn't, you can buy it down the street at the store. So don't worry about it, it's fine. I think one of the first things I would say is I think the hair typing thing is a fucking lot. I think there's aspects of that just, I think as women, as women of color, as specifically Black women, I think we need to make sure that we're monitoring the things that we get involved in and that we don't loop ourselves back into shit that like fosters anti-Blackness, colorism. And sometimes to me, hair typing can do that because we have a conditioning and vision where sometimes even when we're doing our best, we bring ourselves over to kind of putting European appearances and looks on a pedestal, even when we try not to do it. Because I think when I think about like the hair typing, it reminds me of like school days, and then you're just kind of like back at fucking square one with the Good and Bad Hair song and shit, and it's a lot. So I think hair typing is really, really important when you first go natural. So if you're doing the big chop or you're transitioning out of your hair typing is super important. Then just so you have an idea of what it's going to look like. After then, doesn't fucking matter. Now, to be fair, so you don't think I'm just talking some shit, I personally have about 4 types in my hair. So I need to watch if I'm watching the videos for tips, I gotta watch all the fucking videos. I have about 3C through 4C in my hair. All over. So on some days, depending on like that's another thing we don't talk about. Everybody's talking about hair typing and porosity and shit. We don't talk about the fucking weather, the environment in which your hair is in when you go outside. So depending on one day, it may look like I have looser curls, and on another day, it's just like a plump fro. Both are perfectly fine. And that's why, like, for me, you know, everybody's like, I'm 4C or I'm 3B, and it's like, fuck you, fuck you. It's like, son, it's a ringlet, okay? I understand in some ways, you know, for the 4C community, because they're often underrepresented. Really, like super duper really. So that part I get. And also sometimes people make believe they have 4C for views, and that shit's really fucking weird. Now I don't get that at all. Like, your lane is your lane, and you can flourish in your lane. You don't have to like steal shit. But that's like a character flaw that shouldn't really got nothing to do with hair. They was gonna do some fucked up shit in some other category. Anyway, so I think more importantly than that is hair porosity, which I've mentioned in the past, either on a blog or a post or some shit. Hair porosity to me is super important, because then you know how moisture is going to sit in your hair, how products are going to sit in your hair. And even if if you're looking for hair porosity videos and you see someone, and y'all might say I'm tripping on that, y'all could say whatever you want, but see someone who has 4C hair, see someone who has 3A hair, and if they have similar porosity, to me, I feel like you can see how the products sit in their hair, and they sit similarly, like in terms of sheen and shine and shit, or how hair is moisturized. So to me, that's super important. Also, like, density is important. Like, you know, everybody says they have thick hair, or they say they have fine hair, or they say they have coarse hair, and those don't all mean the same things. I used to always say my hair was coarse, and it's just because it didn't feel as smooth to the touch as maybe someone else, but that's not really the meaning of that. What I would say is I have about medium to fine density. No, medium to fine hair, high density. So I have a lot of strands. So I can slick my hair back, fine, no problem, but when I take it out, it's a lot of hair. So a lot of strands on my head. That's what density means, I'm pretty sure. So I think those things are important. I think you have to see what your preferences are. You know, I see these videos with women who huge froze, hair down their back, and sometimes their regimen is like bonkers to me, and I'm just like, I'm not willing to do all that to get my hair to grow longer. And that's okay. You know, it's okay if you don't do everything that everyone is saying. I often see, I could say some of the don'ts that I do. I often see videos that say, you know, rinse your hair in cold water after you get in the conditioner. Like I often say in my videos, I have sensory issues. There's no fucking way that I'm washing my hair in hot water or very warm water and then rinsing it in cold water. It's not fucking happening. I'm never gonna do it. I'm gonna be walking around with my little high porosity, open cuticle hair and living my happy life. It's just not gonna happen. And guess what? Your hair will still fucking grow. Some people say never apply heat. I'm actually someone that heat in my hair is kind of like not great, but dyeing my hair is fine. I usually don't get really any damage in my hair if I dye it. I usually don't get any damage in my hair if I blow dry it, but if I try to do like a blow dry and a flat iron and I skimp a drop on heat protectant, I'm gonna have breakage. Simple as that. But it was the same thing. Like when I had to relax, I could relax my hair all the time, so it was like boom, 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 straight. Blow dry it, boom, 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 straight. Never any breakage from that. But then, you know, you just have to mind it. It's like a crapshoot. That one thing may take it too far, and then like you fuck up your hair. But even that, let's talk about that. The worst thing that can happen to you, hair breakage. It is not the worst thing. You cut it out, you trim it, and then you'll be okay. And you have to recognize that like shit's gonna happen, because especially if you want to explore, like if you've been waiting this whole time to go natural and then like you can't fucking do shit with it because you're scared you're gonna break your hair, that's not living. That's not fun. If that's the case, just shave your head bald, which I have and it's cool. You know, but don't be so intense about it, because I think And I'm saying this as someone who is who deals with anxiety. You know, everybody's worried about getting their hair to grow, but boo boo, if you are stressed about it, you are building stress hormones, and that is not good for your hair growth. So back to square one. I think it's important to know that there's gonna be times when there's hair breakage, unless like you're super duper, like never dyeing your hair, never blow drying your hair, never over manipulating at all. And that's okay. Sometimes, like for me, I have to be mindful about which ways I manipulate my hair, because I do have different textures, and different textures can deal with things differently, you know? And that's okay. It's all right, you know? I think that, and then also, you know, sidebar, you know, when we talk about even being natural, like, let's not make it too hard on each other. You know, I remember I went to a clothing store, this was like years ago in Brooklyn, and I went in there twice, and I had my hair blown out straight. It was actually like super straight, bone straight. And it was like the super like hip store, and everybody was natural. I went there, nobody talked to me, son. Like on some like Pretty Woman shit, nobody talked to me. I went in there like 3 days later. I had my hair washed and my fro. Everyone was like, "Hey, how you doing? You need help?" Blah, blah, blah. Like that shit is fucked up in the head. Like let's not do things that undo the psychological wellness of ourselves collectively. So if you're natural, but your shit is fucked up in here and in here, then like shit, what's the point? So like I said, moisturize your hair, and also this, washing your hair. Everybody doesn't have to have the same, excuse me, regimen. If washing your hair every week ain't it for you, you don't have to wash your hair every week. If washing your hair, like my sister, I don't know if she still does it, but she used to wash her hair every single day. And I was like, what are you doing? And it works for her. Her hair is never dry, looks good. And at that time, her hair is relaxed. And she was washing her hair every day. And it was like never dry, never anything. And I couldn't do that. My other sister couldn't do that. But that worked for her. So, you know, like even for me, I typically do not wash my hair every week. I'm not like, I don't have that. Be honest, I just don't have the fucking stamina to do it. But also, you know, just knowing what your scalp is like. Do you have a dry scalp? Do you have a normal scalp? Do you have an oily scalp? Like for me, 3 weeks is too long not wash my hair. Whether you think that's dirty or not, that's up to you. But that's too long for me. 1 week is actually a little too soon, and about 2 weeks is about perfect. So it's trial and errors. Take some time to like figure it out. Take some time to try different products. Even if everybody likes a product, you don't have to like it, and you don't have to keep it in your hair. And also seasons change. Like if you live in an area that has 4 seasons, hair's gonna look different in those 4 seasons, you know, depending on what you use and what you do. Or you may have to change the products to get the hair to look the same the whole time. So trims are important. I haven't met anyone who really needed a trim every 8 weeks unless there's a damage issue. For me, I think 3 to 4 months is perfect. With one being like just clip the ends, and the other one like a little bit more in-depth trim. I got this idea from a white woman hairstylist who so I like clip the ends for 3 months, and in the following 3 months like blow the hair out straight, and so that when you clip the ends, you can actually take each section, turn the section, and then whatever hairs are swirled up, clip those down. Those are the hairs that maybe have like a single strand knot or on the way to being split. And to me, that's a nice way of having balance. So, and finding a method of moisturization. I have high porosity hair. I like oil. Oil to me is awesome. But I like a light oil. I don't like a lot of product in my hair. I don't like to feel a lot of stuff in my hair. So I for me, do the LCO method, leave-in, cream, and oil. Some people do the lock method. I like the last thing to seal my hair is oil. And that's been beneficial for me. I don't re-moisturize my hair throughout the week. But again, like I said, sometimes when you have high porosity, maybe like and you put enough moisture, it can like sit in a way that may be different from low porosity hair. That's just been my experience on the rice water thing. Ironically, I have, like I said, high porosity hair. Fucking hate the high rice water thing. I couldn't believe what my hair felt like after. That might be due to having different textures. I don't know. But like I said, don't keep trying shit that you don't like. You know, even if everybody else loves it. But just what I would say, have fun with it, experience it. Don't give yourself a hard time. Drink water, eat vegetables. That always helps for every hair type. And have fun, okay? It's a process. It's about having some fun with yourself, being peaceful with yourself, and not taking it too fucking seriously, you know? Like, you don't have to, you know? It's not that serious. It's not. I know I have fun watching all these YouTube tutorials and comments. I'll probably try out maybe 10% of what I see. um, you know, just don't take it too seriously. Have fun. Just moisturize your hair. Don't get caught up in like hair texture envy. Your hair as it is perfect. And if it's not perfect, you just maybe need a little more time doing trial and error. That's it. Don't even worry about it. So I hope this was fun for you. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I didn't really want to get specifically into products because that changes for me. I do like As I Am though. As I Am is pretty cool. I like their products. I like Shea Moisture products, maybe not so much your styling products. I hope that's helpful and beneficial to you. But yeah, like I said, wear meat suits, chilling on a rock. Don't take it too seriously. Have fun on your hair journey and do what you want. It's your life. All right? Have a great week. I will talk to you soon. One love. Peace.